Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we thank God for this awesome opportunity. We thank God for what He has done in our life. We give God the glory. We give God the praise. Yeah, it gives me this great opportunity again to come in your way once again. And this is your main servant, Minister J.K. Benha of Benha Anointed Ministries. We are here to blow your mind on certain things. You have seen our posters going around, and then we have entitled it The Ecstatic Wisdom. The ecstatic words of wisdom. Ecstatic words of wisdom. And then we are here to start on marriage, as I said in the previous video. We are not going to back it with scriptures just like that, but as times go on, we'll enter deep and deep and deep and deep into it. So wherever you are watching us from, or wherever you are listening to me, I just want you to pay attention and let's look at it very simple and quick, and then we are out of this place. I am not going to waste your time. One thing I want you to understand is that, please, when you receive this video, don't keep it alone. Keep on sharing it. Share it to your friends, your loved ones, and family members. You can follow us. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, Benha Anointed Ministries. On Facebook, it is Benha Anointed Ministries. Instagram, Benha Anointed Ministries. And Twitter, Benha Anointed Ministries. It's just the same name that you used to find out on the four social medias. God richly bless you and then grant you the grace for you listening to us. Without wasting more time, I want us to look at what we call marriage. When we talk about marriage, or when we mention marriage, what comes into your mind? How do you understand marriage? What is your own definition to marriage? How do you see marriage? We are going to look at only two things, and after that we are out of this place. We are going to look at what we call marriage and five reasons why marriages are important. Are you listening to me? We are going to look at marriage and 5 reasons why marriage are important. So are you ready? Now let's switch into our main topic. Now let's look at what we call marriage. Now before we look at the definition of marriage, marriage is defined differently and by different entities based on culture, religious, and then personal factors. You understand? Yes, you just need to understand this, that marriage is defined differently, and it is defined by different entity, and it is based on culture, religious, and then personal factor. You understand? But now I want us to look at something by my own definition that I came out with. Now marriage, the definition of marriage. Now let's listen. It's a formal union and social and legal contract between two individuals that unites their life legally, economically, and emotionally. You understand me? I take it again. Marriage. It is a formal union and social and legal contract between two individuals that unite their life legally, economically, and emotionally. You understand? Now, I want us to look at this gradually, one after the other. Like as I said earlier on, that is a formal what? It's a formal union. When we talk about union, it means simply coming to in agreement. You two people agreeing on one certain thing or on one particular thing, coming together and reasoning together. That is what we mean by union. You understand? You unite yourself. Now, you unite yourself economically and emotionally and legally. You understand? Something which is acceptable. Everybody accepts it in his or her culture. Something acceptable in somebody's religion or based on the person factor. You understand? That is what we call marriage. So I take it again, wherever you are, just pick your pen, your book, or your daughter and write it down. It's a formal union and social and legal contract between two individuals that unite their lives legally, economically, and emotionally. You see, one thing we need to know is that when we are talking about marriage, there are many things that happen in marriage. especially in our economical aspect and emotional aspect. Now, I want to speak about something small on the emotional aspect. You know, we don't joke with some people feelings, and we don't joke with some people emotions when you are in marriage. And that is why you have to steady yourself in the courtship. When you are dating, you need to steady yourself on those kind of things before you finally come to marry. So when you are a married man or a married woman, you need to know your role as a woman, and the man need to know his role as a man. So when we talk about legally, you see, this one, we have not stolen it. Everybody is aware. Everybody knows that this thing you are using, this car you are driving, this bicycle you are using, this phone you are using is yours. So it is legally. That means it is registered in your name. So whenever somebody's go out to see your car, he knows that this is your car because you have the legal right to that thing. So in marriage, you have to have a legal right to one particular lady. You understand? And a lady to have the legal right to marry to one particular man. That is in my religion. You understand? So now I've made many research based on marriage. There are many definitions. I came out with my own, and then let's look at other definitions. Webster. I got something from Webster, and I want us to look at it. He says something. The state of being united to a person of the opposite sex as husband or wife in a consensual and contract relationship. You understand? The state of being united to a person of the opposite sex as husband or wife in a consensual or contract relationship recognized by law. So it means that marriage is recognized by law in Ghana. Even outside the whole world, it is recognized. It is something that is known abroad. Now, he said the opposite sex. That means when you are a man, you need to marry a woman. And when you are a woman, you need to marry a man. You understand that it is recognized by law. Yeah, there are other marriages that are not legally. So in my definition, I brought something like legal. So something which is not legally accepted, like we have something like lesbians and gay. That one is not legally accepted. Even though people are doing it, but that one is not marriage because it is not accepted. People are hiding and doing it. You don't have that legal right to do that thing, but you are doing it. Now let's continue. Because time is fast spent, I want us to look at something. And he said, number 2, he said something. The state of being united to a person of the same sex in a relationship like that of a traditional marriage, same sex. So I think here he's trying to talk about gayism and then lesbianism, same sex, the same sex. That one is a tradition. Yeah, that one is a tradition. That's why I said in the other one, in my definition, that according to my religion. Okay, now let's continue. Yeah, let's continue. B, he said the mutual relation of married person, that is wedlock. The institution whereby individuals are joined in a marriage. That is another definition he brought. So it means that even Bible says something that a time will come, you will leave your father and your mother, and you and your husband will become one flesh. So just bear with me that marriage, unless you reach a certain stage, unless you are legally accepted before you can marry. Other than that, apart from those other things we have been doing, is not marriage. So I want you to bear with me that marriage is for the grown, marriage is for the matured, marriage is for people who are willing, people who are ready to commit themselves, people that are willing to help each other, people that will come into agreement that they are one flesh, and people that will see each other and help each other. So now we have to look at what we call marriage, because there's nothing much to talk about this. Many people know more than I do.
At the bros. Weapon. Party. Speak, prophet.
When I go to heaven, at my race supper, all things are gathered, angels are singing. There'll be no more weeping, no more sorrow, far away from troubles, Victoria.